Hello guys, and welcome here to the Jello Cup series. Welcome to our YouTube and Facebook viewers. This is the final regular season race here today at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Today we present to you the Big Machine Hand Sanitizer 400 at the Brickyard. I'm Brian James here, proud to bring you coverage of the final race of the regular season. Today we determine who will make the round of 16, and we will have a very special post-race show to give you that information. So you won't want to miss this. Anyway, before we get going, we're going to show you your playoff picture in a moment. We also have to show you your knockout qualifying results. You will see that when I say let's go to the intro, which we're still a few minutes away from that. Bear with me for a few minutes because there's a few things I want to cover. So keep this in mind. Entering today, Dustin Davis is in a vulnerable spot. He can't necessarily lose the points lead, but he's not locked in to the regular season championship yet. What is good for him is he is locked into the playoffs no matter what happens today. He's starting 40th. Things don't look promising right now, but there is 24 laps and anything can happen in this double points race. And in unfortunate news, 78 of Jordan Anderson, that win earlier in the year, will not matter. He is locked out of the playoffs. He is more than 88 points back entering today. Mathematically, there's just no way he can get in. And I had to go back to the stats. It took me a few races. But Zach Fitzwater, with his 6 wins, this is a new single-season record for most wins in the Jello Cup Series. This passes Diego Yepes and Tim Horton, who were once 4-time winners in the Jello Cup Series. So, had a little bit of stats to read. But Zach Fitzwater has made history. So, excellent work for him. And another thing is, now let's go take a look at your playoff scenario. You notice the X's next to drivers' names. That means they are locked in. So, Nathan Faden in the number 3 mathematically could have locked in to this race, but he needs one person, not himself, but one person to DNF, and he will be in the Jello Cup Series playoffs come the end of the day. Now, on the flip side, we just talked about Zach Fitzwater. He clinched the number 1 seed, so he will be your points leader after this race, no matter what happens. When the reset happens, he will be your points leader. But the big attention is going to come down to, of course, believe it or not, Patrick Smith, Dylan Young, and the winless drivers. Here's why I say Dylan Young and Patrick Smith. Those two are dangerously close to that top 30 threshold. And of course, they are in grave danger of falling out of that threshold. If they do so today, that opens up 2 more spaces. Dustin Davis loses the points lead to Mohammed Zain Abdullah or to Zach Fitzwater. That opens up some more points as well. So there could be 5 spaces for winless drivers, and of course Dustin Davis will be one of them. But the thing is as well, Dustin Davis, assuming we get a first-time winner today, say like, okay, we'll just say Joshua Sakali wins today because he's the guy on the bubble. And Mohammed Zain Abdullah gets the points lead, wins the regular season title. That would drop Dustin Davis from the 3rd seed to the 16th seed in the playoffs. So there's a huge point swing for him. And I imagine he is really feeling the pressure knowing that Mohammed Zain Abdullah is going to lead us to the green. I apologize for the long pre-race. We had a lot to get to. This is a big race. We want to be sure we cover as much as we can, so that way you guys know what to watch for today as we get going in the final regular season race. Let's take a look at your knockout qualifying results, and then we'll roll your intro. And I'll be right back here with your starting lineup after all that is shown. So stay tuned here on Facebook and YouTube.
You are watching the Gaming Collaboration Network, home of the Jello Cup Series.
Oh man, through turns 3 and 4, we're going to have ourselves another photo finish, and I believe this time the 43 Tim Randolph will win at Daytona.
The Lift National Series. Here we go. They make their way through turn 3 and 4. The pace car will peel off. And for the first time ever, the Lift National Series is green here at Daytona. The Hitachi Truck Series. And here we go. The pace truck is gonna peel off. And for the first time ever in GCN history, we have a truck series, and we are underway under the lights here at Daytona in Tuesday Night Heat. Start for us. Your GCN presentation starts right now.
Here we go. They're on the back straight. Well, let's take a look at your starting lineup on the left-hand side of your screen. And again, after today, 16 drivers will put their names in the playoffs for a chance at the Jello Cup Series Championship. So much is at stake. There are guys on the outside looking in. Mind you, it's Eric Faden, Mitchell Collins, Tyler Faden, Astrid Flores, and others. We mentioned again, Dylan Young, Patrick Smith, they are on the borderline. One guy we're going to really have to keep an eye on is this guy, Alexander Rowe. Will he be the outgoing champion, or will he have a chance to defend his title? Keep in mind, he can make dangerous history today if he misses the playoffs. Because if Alexander Rowe misses the playoffs, he would be the first defending Jello Cup Series champ to not defend his championship in the playoffs the next season. I'll clarify that in a moment. We just got the green flag coming up here, and we're underway at the brickyard. So I said that the 3 needed to have someone DNF to advance to the playoffs, because those are 2 points that would put him at 88. Maybe I forgot to mention if he leads a lap, he'll be in the playoffs too. So guess what? This lap, we can now X in. Nathan Faden is in the playoffs. He will make the playoffs no matter what. So Nathan Faden, after heartbreak last season, he will be in the playoffs, but the job is not done yet for him. He's got a win that's potentially in sight. But he's got a go or go homer and Chris Smith running in second. Here goes Sky Commons. That's for second. Sky Commons, a Daytona winner earlier this year. He'd love to have a shot to move up the playoff grid. He currently, entering this race, would be the number 11 seed. A win in this race would put him in the 3rd seed. So you know he wants a win. Here he goes looking for the lead. And he won't get it this time. And again, we can question this. You know, why is Nathan Faden racing aggressive? He locked in his playoff spot just by leading a lap. Well, there's still more at stake for him. Keep in mind, he only has 5 playoff points. A win for him. Heck, if he wins and leads the most laps, he goes to the number 3 seed behind Scott Upton. So both of these drivers, first and second, could move to that number 3 seed. Right now, things not looking good for the guy trying to battle for the points lead. Oh, 3 wide back here. And Mohammed Zain Abdullah is heading in the complete opposite direction. It is not a good day going for that 17. Things are looking really good, though, for Dustin Davis. He's in 39th, and this is something he's definitely getting relayed to him right now. Hey, the 17 is dropping like a rock. Don't worry yet. Up front, we got a battle for the lead. It's between the 10 and the 3, and Sky Commons to the race lead. Here comes the 47 of Jody Shane Davis, a 2-time winner this season. The 03 with an issue. And this might have just put the nail in the coffin for Charles Sanford. You hate to see that. Bad luck, Charles. Strikes again. Here goes the 3. He's looking for the lead. The 47 is back there, right on the bumper. You know she would love a 3rd win and to steal some valuable playoff points from these leaders. And she's going to go to 2nd maybe, or maybe not. But Nathan Faden will go back to the race lead, and actually maybe it was scheduled stops. The 1 is coming in too, with the 11 and the 17, so possibly a scheduled cycle of stops here. Did the 22 just hit the wall? I don't know if he did. It's not showing if he did. But Samet Ozkan is in a must-win situation. The new Verizon 5G paint scheme for that 22 team. What a better place to win for him than in Roger Penske's backyard. Of course, again, he owns IMS in the NTT IndyCar Series. So this would be a nice win for him. And you see the leaders, they're going to pit this time. Keep an eye on that 8, by the way. Keep in mind, he can race his way into the playoffs on points. Alexander Rowe, the last of those guys to come to the pit lane. And you would think he'd be playing some ultra-aggressive strategy. But he is not. And again, the only reason I suggest that he should is, again, he's trying to defend his championship. He'd be the first, again, so I got to clarify from earlier. Alexander Rowe, if he misses the playoffs, he would be the first driver to, he'd be the first defending champion to miss a playoffs. The season he was trying to defend his championship. So that is bad history for you. You don't want to be on that end of history. There's the one. Keep in mind, the 42 can't get bumped. That should be iterated. The 42 cannot get bumped by someone else winning. The only way any one of these winners this season can get bumped is if they fall out of the top 30. And again, I remind you, the driver's locked in at this point to the playoffs. Zach Fitzwater, he's clinched the #1 seed. As you see the battle for the lead, and Nathan Faden's going to take it back. But yeah, so Zach Fitzwater, Scott Upton, Dustin Davis, Chase Miller, Carter Joey, Mohammed Zain Abdullah, Sky Commons, and Nathan Faden, they have all clinched their way into the playoffs no matter what happens today. So they cannot fall out of the playoffs, even with a wreck. Guys who can, and are the most vulnerable, again, Dylan Young. He's running in 26th. He is very vulnerable entering this race. And the 42, your Season 4 champ. In 32nd, he is also in a very compromising position. If he falls out of that top, if either of those two fall out of that top 30, it opens up a whole new slot for a winless driver. As Nathan Faden continues to lead, the 03 is up to third. And I rescind my little Bad Luck Charles comment from earlier because he is currently running in third. And again, keep in mind, it's win and you're in. If Charles Sanford wins, that leaves only one points paying position available. And right now, based on the way things are running, I'd have to imagine that position belongs to Michael Collins. But let's check in. Yeah, the 32s and 29s. So right now, where's the 96? They were tied entering this race. 96 isn't doing too much better. So as of right now, let's assume the 03 took the race lead. Michael Collins would be the guy to advance to the playoffs with that 16th seed. Mitchell Collins on the flip side is 34th. He was one of the guys in the picture. Tyler Faden's up in 18th. That won't get it done. The other thing is that 8. And keep in mind, the 8 holds a tiebreaker over some of these winless drivers because Eric Faden has playoff points. Okay, I want to stress that again. Eric Faden has 2 playoff points from the Daytona 500. So the first tiebreaker, of course, is wins. The next one is playoff points. So Eric Faden would get into the playoffs on a tiebreaker, potentially. Up front, though, we have to go back up front because there will be a cycle of stops coming very soon. The 03 already came in. There goes the 1 and the 11. And Sky Commons continues to lead here at Indy. Of course, the first round kicks off on Super Bowl Sunday. We'll run Rockingham on Sunday. Then on Tuesday, the Cup Series will take on Circuit of the Americas. Next Tuesday they will. And then the following Saturday, or then the Saturday after that, they will take on Bristol Motor Speedway on a Saturday afternoon. Keep in mind, what we were going to do was a Saturday night Bristol race, but due to the NASCAR Xfinity season opener, we had to do it Saturday afternoon instead, since I didn't want to do it Sunday morning before the 500. As Jody Shane Davis now the race leader. Keep in mind, the 47 can't really do much. '47 can't make the playoffs. But one thing the 47 can do is take away very, very valuable playoff points from the leaders. But of course, she's going to have to fight some lap traffic here. We won't declare the lap traffic moment because you see the 41 is pulled away. Here comes the 47. .25.48, they also stay out, so does Carter Joey and Tyler Faden. Some strategy being played here, so does the 2 and the 32. Keep in mind, those two battling to get in. And again, we will have a very special post-race show that will be coming up after the results of the race are shown. There's the 47. Where will Jody Shane Davis come off the pit lane? There's the 10. Keep in mind, she can't merge until after turn 2. So this is going to hurt her. She'll fall back to at least 3rd, possibly 4th. 5th. And possibly 6th. There's the 41, Matt Dixon. Keep in mind, he can't race, or he might be able to race his way in on points, but he would love to get in with a win. Now he'll try to get around Jody Shane Davis and will do so. So staying out the extra lap has hurt a few of these drivers. As we come to 10 laps to go, it is Nathan Faden leading the race. Dylan Young, he cycles out 24th. Dustin Davis is up to 17th. And he's around the 17. So for now, he is your regular season champion. Patrick Smith is all the way back in 37th. Might fall to 38th. This is just a nightmare day for Patrick Smith. And he's going to be hoping and praying that he gets in. Astrid Flores up to 16th. But up front, battle for third. There's Michael Collins. As the 03 Charles Sanford tried to get it, he will end up coming to the pit lane. As Nathan Faden continues to lead at Indy. And Nathan Faden knows he's in. Okay, he knows he's in as he battles with the 10. But the big questions right now surround that 42 and the 2. Right now it's trending like Dylan Young will make it in. In my opinion, it trends like Dylan Young will get in. Not so much Patrick Smith. And we mentioned just how damning these double points races can be, and just how wonderful they can be. And maybe he'll catch a break. Caution's out. He did catch a break. 17, Mohammed Zain Abdullah. This will put an end to his bid for the regular season title. Is that 03 on the lead lap? Because if he is, he will become likely one of the new race leaders. But this is going to shuffle everything up. The 35 Chase Miller is out. Chase Miller already locked himself in, so that wreck doesn't mean anything to him. See the leaders pitting, the 47, the 48, the 2, a lot of them staying out. Now, I don't know if this is the right decision. Unless they think these guys can't save enough fuel to make it to the finish. I just don't think I like this decision. I mean, this is a bad kind of gutsy call. And keep in mind, some of these guys did pit prior to the caution, so they will likely keep their positions, but how good will they be on fuel? And keep in mind, some guys did play strategy. Frodo Maratz comes out in front, so does Jesse James and Dustin Davis. Again, I like this move for the guys who already pitted. I don't like this move for someone like Jody Shane Davis or Dylan Young even, or Joshua Sakali. We'll see what happens, but let's go get a replay. Chase Miller just got off the corner a little too aggressive there, and he hooks the 17, and 17 hard into that inside wall, up and over, and Chase Miller takes a substantial amount of damage as well. A tough break for two of your soon-to-be playoff drivers. Let's take you back to the green. Getting ready for the restart. The two cars you expected to be out of the race are out. Mohammed Zain Abdullah, Chase Miller. That'll put an end to Mohammed Zain Abdullah's bid for the regular season title. Don't quote me, but I believe the 5 might have it. It'll be Jody Shane Davis, Austin Shaw, Carter Joey, Dylan Young, Joshua Sakali. Then it'll be Tyler Faden, Chris Smith, Michael Collins, Matt Dixon, and Tim Randolph. They round out your top 10. Keep in mind, Tim Randolph is the defending winner of this race. Another thing to keep in mind, I don't think these guys up front have enough fuel to get to the finish. The 66 definitely doesn't. That'll put an end to his playoff bid. Jody Shane Davis leads us back. We're back underway. 3 to go. And keep in mind, if the caution comes out again, we will not finish this race. Or I'm sorry, we will not have overtime. We will finish the race, but we won't have overtime. Overtime starts next race. You guys will like that, I'm sure. Again, keep in mind, these leaders probably do not have enough fuel to get to the finish. So this could cause a frenzy behind Jody Shane Davis. As here comes Carter Joey. And you see right there, they're slowing down. They are coming to the pit lane. This is causing a log jam behind. The 1 will become the race leader, Chris Smith. As we come to 2 laps of racing to go, was the 5 one of the ones that pitted? Yes, he was. There's a chance for Zachary Fitzwater. Not that he needs it, but there's a chance as Matt Dixon goes to the race lead. Here comes Michael Collins. Keep in mind, these guys might not have enough fuel. We don't know. Do these guys pit coming to the white? They do. It's a memeable finish to the regular season. Doesn't look like they will. Oh, the 8's pitting, so is the 03 and the 27. That'll put an end to Alexander Rowe's bid. The caution is out with the white flag. It's 1 lap of racing to go, presented by Mitchell's Memes. The caution will end the race and put an end to a lot of playoff hopes. Diego Yepes. Keep in mind, he was not one of the ones that was locked in. What does this do for his playoff chances? Can he limp it to the line? Zach Fitzwater currently sits in 8th. Dustin Davis at the line, 27th. I don't think that's enough to overtake him. But keep in mind, things are still cycling around. But for Matt Dixon, guess what? It's a possibility. Actually, it will happen. All 4 Stewart-Haas Racing Fords might have just punched their way into the playoffs. Is that a turn number 4? Matt Dixon, he's had a few close encounters this year. You see the 3 pitting. But again, that doesn't matter further back. He's in. But here we go. Matt Dixon, he's about to win one of the most prestigious races of the year. He will win the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. Congratulations to Matt Dixon. gets a big win today. He punches his ticket into the playoffs, and he will likely be the number 8 seed entering. Good run for them. Who knows, he could be the 7 seed as we're going to sort out this regular season championship battle. One thing's for sure though, this guy's the number 1 seed, and he's going to be your points leader entering Rockingham. And we'll see what happens there. We'll be back in 15 seconds. We want to show you results, and then we'll be back to show you which or what 16 drivers made it to the playoffs. So stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back here to the Jello Cup Series Indianapolis post-race show. Congratulations to our winner Matt Dixon. He gets the job done, unfortunately under caution, but he gets it done. We do have overtime at Rockingham now and going forward. So let's take a look at the point standings. Of course, we now know the names of the 16 drivers that will make it into the postseason. Zach Fitzwater, Scott Upton, Dustin Davis, the regular season champ, he'll be the 3rd seed. Casey Naneka will be the 4th seed, then Chase Miller, Nate Rattray, Matt Dixon, Carter Joey, Patrick Smith, Nathan Faden, Dick Clark, Muhammad Zain Abdullah, Sky Commons, Dylan Young, Diego Yepes, and Michael Collins. With that 2nd place effort, he raced his way in on points. And unfortunately, it shunned someone from the playoffs. And that someone, of course, Joshua Sakali was one of those guys that was shunned from the playoffs. Tough break for him. Anyway, those are the 16 guys that will be competing for the championship starting on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, at Rockingham. So we want to thank you guys for watching, of course. So those names, Astrid Flores, Joshua Scully, Eric Bain, Mitchell Collins, they will miss the playoffs. So we want to thank you for watching, and we will see you next Sunday when the Jello Cup Series takes on Rockingham. Until then, bye everyone.